Hey guys, so welcome to another episode of WoW Weekly with Myst, and also happy St. Patrick's Day. I did kind of dress for the occasion. I put together a green outfit, so here it is. Unfortunately, we don't get a St. Patrick's Day holiday because, well, I'm going to explain it in a bit when we go over the weekly events, but I have my own theory to why we've gone so many years without having like a St. Patrick's Day celebration. So, and because of that, we get no cool outfits. I would love to have like a little, here, I'll, my Hogwarts Legacy that I've been playing a lot of on stream lately, I've decked myself out in a St. Patrick's Day kind of outfit there. Also, my Animal Crossing, I had, a pretty good outfit for, it's like, it figures, right? My favorite game of all time doesn't have it, but all these other games that I have, I can dress up for the occasion. But anyway, let's get into the weekly events. So starting with today's event, which is Ungoro Madness, just a little one-day event. And I do have a video for this. I'll link it at the end of the video. And this is the reason I believe we don't get St. Patrick's Day events, because Ungoro Madness is always every year March 17th. I don't understand why they don't just move that event. It don't have anything really to do with St. Patrick's Day. So it's not like a St. Patrick's Day event. It's just an event that is on March 17th, right? So I personally think they should just change the date of that event and give us a March 17th St. Patrick's Day event. One of my games right now, Disney Dreamlight Valley, they have like a clover event. It could be like that. We could be looting some clovers off the ground that we use for, have a vendor window, have some cosmetics, maybe a mount or something. And that's what I would love to see someday, hopefully. We're already 20 years in. But and just make it one day. It can be a micro event. We have tons of them. Just make an extra micro event, and because I think it would be a lot of fun to actually celebrate St. Patrick's Day the proper way in the game, because to me, Ungoro Madness has nothing to do with it. Yeah, it's just an event that they threw on that particular day, and they could do so much better. Yeah. I'm not saying get rid of Ungoro Madness. I'm just saying move it. Move it to a different day. A day that don't matter for other stuff. Yeah. And then we could have, especially with the trading post, we could have some real badass shit on the trading post. I was very bummed out about the trading post this month because there's not a damn green thing on there. Not a single green thing. Yeah. So, yeah. But anyway, yep, that is running today. So definitely go do that if you like your micro events, or if you like, trading post points. I'm probably gonna skip it this year. I've done the video on it and I know what's involved, and I've already done my trading post, so I don't need any trading post points. And I think I'm probably just gonna chill. I've got a lot going on today for videos. I've got 2 videos, I believe, hitting this channel, a couple on my others, and a stream, and easily worth skipping. Trial of Style will also be this week. There's been no rumor yet of new items. Maybe something will show up. Like if there's new items, they'll probably mention it like the day of. So yeah. At the moment, though, there's nothing new. Everything is exactly the same as the last time you would have seen Trial of Style. Delves has the bonus event going on this week, so definitely worth doing that. And then the PvP brawl this week will be South Shore versus Terran Mill. And that is all the events, so a pretty kind of semi-mediocre week. Like, it's mediocre if they don't surprise us on Tuesday with some new Trial of Style, but even then it would be mediocre. You can do Trial of Style in like one sitting. Yeah. But at the moment I'm caught up on Trial of Style, so another thing I won't be doing this week unless there is new stuff to go after. Yeah, so a nice chill week, at least for me. So also a chill week for news. So we don't have a whole lot, but I do have some stuff to share with you guys this week. So starting with the announcement of BlizzCon returning. Now this was kind of crazy. Not because they're announcing BlizzCon returning, but more that they're announcing an event that's not even going to take place for like a year and a half. They had announced that it will return. They announced some dates, and the dates are kind of wild to me as well, because BlizzCon's always like November, right? So yeah, the dates are set for September 12th to 13th. And the year being 2026. So yeah, I don't understand why they announced this so far in advance. I guess the only good thing I can see out of this is that BlizzCon is expensive to attend. If you are looking to attend it, you want to make sure you have thousands of dollars, not like thousands and thousands of dollars or anything, but I would say, and I mentioned this in a stream, I was asked about BlizzCon, and in a stream, I had mentioned that, you know, after you've paid for your tickets and you've paid for your travel and your hotel and all that, you want to comfortably go with an extra $1,000, because then you're gonna have to pay for food. There's lots of merchandise out there. And the thing to remember with BlizzCon and any event that's like BlizzCon is that surprise things happen where you're not expecting something and they're like, this is available and it's $300, you know, and you can only get it from BlizzCon. And yeah, so you want to be prepared, especially if you're going to something you love and, you know, you share passion for. And it is pricey. It's not like just some simple trip. You know, it's held in Anaheim. Those people aren't stupid. They've been seeing BlizzCon happening consistently, you know, almost every year till it ended for a while there. So they know that there's a lot of people that's going to be there. They bump up the hotel prices around there. So if you want a hotel, definitely book well in advance. And yeah, just be prepared to spend a lot of money. The only time it's like kind of cheapish is if you live in California, but then like, yeah, you're still paying for the ticket. You still got merchandise that you might want. The only thing that really takes away the cost is if you live so close to the convention that you don't need to pay for hotel. Hotel's the big one. It really is. So yeah. But nonetheless, that has been announced that it is doing a return. I think it is pretty obvious why it's announced for, you know, I took a few days to kind of like ponder why they would announce it in such advance, and the conclusion I came upon is that the World Saga will be done by then, or at least almost. Like, it won't be done, but it'll be almost done to where they announce their next move. Next is the Bronze Murloc. I was talking about it last week in the news video. I did pin a post on that video to let you guys know what was actually going on with that, because that video posted on a Monday, and it was like later that day that they were gonna announce whatever the promo was. So the promo is that you buy some stuff off the store. So basically, there's a whole selection of items you can buy, and you get a digital code with any purchase. I will put the link in the description, and you can see the whole list of items. Personally, I think they should have just put it in the game. You know, the reality is, like, take me for example. I'm a good example here because I'm from Canada. So as a Canadian, do I buy off the store? Yeah, I love my WoW merch. So I definitely have a bunch around the place here. But I don't buy off the store until I am willing to spend like a good $100 or something, because how it works is right off the get-go, I am charged, I think it's $15 to $20 for shipping. And it don't matter. It don't matter what it is, but there's nothing after that, right? It's like I can buy. Like I could buy 10 items and it'll still be 15 to 20. But point is, I get charged that immediately. So if I buy like a $10 shirt, I'm wasting my money, right? Because that $10 shirt is gonna cost me like $30. So what I've done, because, you know, that sucks, but I still want my merch, so I've made my own little system, and that is that I just kind of wish list a bunch of stuff, and then one day when I'm feeling rich that month, you don't have to be rich that month, but, you know, when I'm feeling willing to spend a good chunk on the store, I will spend $100 or more. And then that's, you know, it makes it more worth it for me as far as the shipping goes. And that's what makes this kind of rough, is it's time limited. We only have till the end of March. Yeah, there is no minimum purchase amount, but like I just said, you know, for Americans, I'm sure you guys are fine. You probably have no shipping. But for other countries, that minimum purchase, you kind of want that minimum to be high to make the shipping worth it. The world first race, it is complete. Just in time for me doing this video. It was actually last night. I'm recording this video Sunday. Last night before I went to bed, I saw that they had killed the final boss. So it was Team Liquid that got the world first kill of Galawix. And they did it at it was 10:30 my time Saturday night. I saw it after I ended my stream. Here's their group composition for anyone that's curious. The item level of everyone was like 662. Yeah, they were all ranging from, we'll say 660 to 664 was their item levels. They all had like their 4 and 5 pieces. And...
Okay, blazes in 3, 2, 1. Get out of the soak unless you're assigned. Good.
I have a spell word for
Repot, guys. Bait fire away. Suppression ranged. I can't see raid cooldowns. Just call some Lummel.
We have dark only.
We have darkness,
VE. I have spell word.
Scout has rally.
It could enrage in 5 seconds. That's the enrage. That's the enrage. Go.
Kill. Hold DPS.
Just spell word someone.
Holy fuck.
Spell with me.
Wait. Go. Come on. He has spell word.
Holy fuck.
So yeah, congrats to Team Liquid. So yeah, at the time of me recording this video, which is Sunday evening at 5 p.m. There's just the 2 that have done the Galawix kill so far. So another thing that I thought I'd mention, and I guess it is a legit change. I was skeptical when a viewer was telling me that it was intended, I will admit. But Necrotic Wake Mythic mode is a daily now. This is a change that went into effect in the War Within. So that's why I was skeptical, I guess, because I haven't really soloed Necrotic Wake since Season 2 came out, because Necrotic Wake was part of the M+ rotation, and M+ is always daily, right? Because it's M+. You're ranking up. They're not gonna like totally halt you, you know? Like, yeah. So yeah. So when he told me that, I was like, oh, they'll fix that, right? And then I did some digging, and I realized that, you know, back in like January, people were talking about how it's daily and how their plan is to keep it that way. So off of what I've seen so far, I think that that's what they plan on doing with any dungeons that are part of the M+ rotation for that expansion. So if, like, say Season 3 shows up and there's, let's just say some other dungeon mount comes into place, and so that one would most likely be daily when it ended, you know? So, yeah. I don't think it's gonna stay daily. I think it's only daily because of the expansion. Yeah. But who knows? Honestly, personally, I think it should stay daily, you know? But keep in mind, it's daily right now, and for the rest of the expansion at least, you know? And then we'll see what they decide after that's over. But my personal thought, I think anything that is old expansion should just be daily. It should be easy to farm, you know, like you shouldn't be on weekly lockouts. Yeah, I get the raids, but the dungeon ones, yeah, those should be daily for sure. Yeah. I feel like, you know, in current raids are like weekly lockouts still too, and that's why I'm okay with the raids of old raids still being weekly, because like they were weekly in current. But in current now, dungeons are daily, so old dungeons should, you know, I know it's kind of like a weird logic, but that's my logic. Like if something was daily and current, it should be daily in old content when it's easier and you're just like farming it for a mount or transmog, right? Yeah. But I understand raids staying weekly. So, just thought I'd mention that. You can farm your Marrowfang Reigns every single day. So yeah, you can see a little bit of the furniture customization here. We have the sofa, and then it's showing that we can move stuff on the walls. So definitely very Animal Crossing-like. This is like literally exactly how that game works. Here's another. I love this design, that bed. I love purple. You guys know that. So like I'm not even paying attention really to the fact that he's able to move stuff on a table or rotate. I would expect, like, I don't need a video to show me that. I would expect the least that you could do that. Yeah, but it is the purple decor that I'm very much looking at right now. So in this window, we can see, let's just move it over so you see the full box there. But we can see that there's a whole window of stuff that will be in there. I like the heart chair. Looks really nice. you can see in the corner, we have a lot to work with, 10,000. So that's a very nice to see. But I'm hoping that's default. Yeah, I'm hoping that this like video, they haven't like already upgraded and shit. But it would be nice if 10,000 is what you were like starting out with, really. So yeah, this picture right here, it's so Christmassy, and I love Christmas so much. I totally have no problems. Like my garrison, for those that watch the streams, or even, well, look at the video right now, you can see the Christmas tree in the background, you know? I never change my garrison from the Christmas vibe, unless it's Halloween. If it is Halloween during the Halloween event, I will change it to Halloween stuff, and then we go right back to Christmas. But I love Christmas so much, it just stays Christmas, like, pretty much all the time. And so I would have no problems, you know, with a room like this. And you know, I know so many people, like, dislike the garrison so badly, but you know that this house looks like the garrison, right? Like, yeah. The reality is they did kind of try to do this, right? We just couldn't, you know, have furniture and stuff. But if you go into buildings in the garrison, there's places that kind of look like this. So yeah, they definitely, they're taking inspiration from Animal Crossing as far as player housing type stuff goes, but they are sticking with the garrison vibe. Yeah, I do see a lot of the garrison in this. So yeah. One thing that is like the major reason I'm even sharing this, because like we don't need a video to tell us we'll move furniture, right? You guys probably already expected that like I did. But the reason I thought I'd share it today is because of the fact that you can use dyes. And this has been something I've been wanting for so long in the game, but with mounts. And they ended up just doing reskins and making you work for different colors instead. But I always wanted to just like pick the color that, you know, that my horses or my cat or whatever. Yeah. And it's something that I guess I'll keep hoping for, because the dye isn't for the mounts, but it is for the housing. So you can change the colors of the beds and the, you know, the rugs that are out there and all the furniture, and yeah, I like that. So it looks like by default it'll be gray, and then you just choose your colors. Here's a picture of the house layout. So this is amazing. I like that there is multiple rooms. I really didn't think they would go that far. I thought they would just be so mediocre and it would be like a 1 or 2 room house, you know? So this is actually pretty amazing. I do like that you can do stuff. I need a reason to be in the house though. Like, I know they don't want to do like power in the house, but I kind of want them to, you know? There's a lot of situations where I don't believe player power should exist, but housing, like, what's gonna happen is I'm just gonna decorate it and I'm gonna have fun with it for like that first month. Like, maybe my WoW weekly news videos will get done in the house, but aside from that, like, I need a reason to be going there, because I'm a person that, like, once I'm happy with decorating, I'm done. Like, my Animal Crossing, like, whole valley hasn't been tweaked in like 2 or 3 years. You know, I spent a long time decorating it, and then I was just happy with it. Yeah. So I feel like that we need a reason to go there, because I already hang out in the garrison all the time, you know? I already have kind of like my place I go. So yeah. But I do think it is good that you have like all these rooms and that you can, you know, decorate a lot, you know? Yeah. Now I do still worry that most of it will be shop items. So yeah, I'm still thinking that. I'm still thinking that a lot of the cool furniture is gonna be on the store. Or maybe the housing will have like some sort of currency like the trading post does. And then they'll just sell the currency. So here's some other pictures. And yeah, they look amazing. Yeah, I think they have done a good job on this. So yeah, that's basically it for now for the, you know, for showing off more of the player housing. But it looks pretty good so far. And yeah, I think there could be definitely some other stuff. I'd love if you could take a picture of your character, maybe with the selfie camera or something, and then you could like frame it and then have a picture of your character on the wall. I would love something like that. Adventures you've been on, you know, maybe some of your mounts could be like pictures on the wall as well. Yeah, there's so much they could do with this, but let me just remind people that they did kind of try this before. It was the garrison and they gave up. So hopefully they just come in with a lot of stuff right off the bat, because there's a high chance that they slack later on all the adding new things. And then not only could they slack on it, but it could go on the store, right? They could slack on it and then put it on the store and you have to buy it. But at least we have the dye. At least we know they're not gonna throw a bed like that looks exactly like that, except it's red and it's on the store. You know, like, yeah, you could just dye it. Yeah. But yeah, one of the biggest things I'm looking forward to decorating is kitchens. I love decorating kitchens. So yeah, I'm hoping they have a lot of good kitchen items. That was always my favorite part of decorating with like Animal Crossing, and yeah, bedrooms and all that, that's easy decorating. Like you don't even need talent for that. But kitchens is where the fun is, right? Because there's there's just an order when it comes to a kitchen. I would also love if they had a feature where you could expand the house. And I'm also seeing in here, back to this picture, the floor. It says floor 0. So maybe we have more floors. There's only one game where I feel like they have gone so like almost overboard with the floors, and that's my Disney Dreamlight Valley. Out of all my games, even counting Animal Crossing, Disney Dreamlight Valley is the best when it comes to player housing. I will be streaming that tonight, and if anyone wants to like see what I mean by that, just come in, let me know, and I'll go into my house and I'll show you. But in Disney Dreamlight Valley, I can't remember right off of the bat right now, but you can buy floors. You unlock floors, and I think it's 28 or something that we have access to. And on each floor is 4 big rooms, like very, very decent sized rooms. It's, you walk in and it's your main area, and then there's 3 rooms that you can decorate around that main area. And, yeah, and 28 floors of that. So there's a ton of rooms. Yeah, I didn't know what to do with all the space in the beginning of that game. So what I started doing is, since it's a Disney game and I unlock characters in there, I made each individual room tied to a Disney movie. or a Disney character. And then I have like some holiday rooms. I have one floor that's like Christmas, Halloween, Easter, you know, shit like that. But that would be very cool. And the fact that we see a floor number implies that, you know, we would have room like that. I do hope that the room limit can go up quite a bit. And the floors would be really nice because I'd love to have... I like the idea, and I've only ever seen this in games like WoW. You don't see this in houses in real life. But I like the idea of the main kitchen being in the basement. You know, I've you know, in one of my past houses in real life, I had a kitchen in the basement because the basement, I rid off the basement. It was an, you know, it was where all my business stuff was happening, right? And if you can prove that all your business stuff happens in a certain part of the house, then you can write off that part of the house. And so the kitchen that was down there was an employee lunchroom, basically. But I always thought it would be cool to have like a full-blown kitchen in the basement, you know? Yeah. Like all the big appliances and, you know, barbecue and everything, right? Yeah. An indoor barbecue, of course. And speaking of that, I know I'm getting a little sidetracked, and I'm making this video of no news, actually a regular sized video, if not maybe even a little longer than regular sized. But, you know, me talking about the barbecue reminds me that it would be very nice if we could have like a backyard or something to the house, right? If you could decorate outside of the house, that would be very fucking cool. Yeah, that is my next thing. I do not think that is coming with this. Yeah, that is like thinking outside of the box, and Blizzard doesn't think outside of the box. Not until people make them. So maybe in 2 years we'll have like some decorating outside. But it would be cool if they added it, you know, because we'll have neighborhoods, right? Wouldn't it be cool to have like something kind of inviting outside for your people to, you know, be coming into your house? Yeah. So anyway, that's you know, I'll stop there. We'll not make player housing a huge part. The funny part is I barely even care about player housing, but because I don't play World of Warcraft for me to decorate a house, you know. That's what I have Animal Crossing and Disney Dreamlight Valley for. But I do think it's a cool feature that, you know, you can putz around with every so often. And yeah, it's a nice little place to, you know, hearth to, I guess. I would hope, on the topic of a Hearthstone, I would hope that it would be separate from your regular Hearthstone, because like your house isn't gonna be close to where you're doing stuff all the time, right? Yeah. So I would hope that it would be separate, kind of like the Garrison Hearthstone is separate. The next thing and the last thing I got for you guys here is the Horrific Visions returning. So that'll be patch 11.1.5. I talked a bit about this in last week's video, and we were kind of speculating when the patch would show up, and now we can see that Horrific Visions Revisited is on the calendar. I'll show you on screen here, and you can see it's set to start on May 20th. That could be the patch date, or this event could just start a couple of weeks after the patch date, right? So this doesn't imply that May 20th is when we'd get the patch. I personally think it is the date, honestly, because it's a minor patch, and from what I've seen so far, Horrific Visions Revisited is kind of the major thing that is happening. There's not a whole lot. It's a minor patch. All minor patches are pretty usually just quality of life and maybe one or two minor events. And with that said, what would people be hyped for if it wasn't launching with the patch, right? Yeah, I think that is the actual patch date. But that is not confirmed. There is going to be some new achievements you can do. So, and, you know, some returning. The Faceless one, you remember that title? That is coming back, so you'll be able to do that if you missed out on that or whatever. There's also going to be 2 achievements. Greater Solo Nightmares for Orgrimmar, and then one for Stormwind. And then there's 2 Solo Nightmare achievements involving Orgrimmar and Stormwind. So clearly there's going to be kind of like a normal and heroic difficulty, you know, because we have Solo Nightmares and then Greater Solo Nightmares. It almost reminds me of Rifts, you know? That's how Rifts in D3 were. Like regular Rift, Greater Rift. Yeah. And then the final one is Through the Looking Glass. Title is The Mad. And you complete all the objectives in the revisited horrific visions of Stormwind and Orgrimmar in a single visit while not in a party, with all 8 faceless masks active. Again, if you played a lot of BFA, you might be like me and be like, ooh, 8? There was only 5 before. So at the moment, we don't know the negative of them, but it will be Faceless Mask of the Nemesis, one of Vengeance, and then another is of Multitudes. And yeah, I'm sure we'll have some more details on that soon, probably this week, you know. And that is gonna serve to be challenging, the 8 masks. I remember in BFA, 5 masks was challenging. Yeah. Yeah. Because you had a time frame, right? It's like 5 masks isn't really a big deal if you have the, you know, if the time is there for you to get better at stuff and all that. But yeah, everyone doing it was like on a rush, right? On a timer. It was at the end, so it's not like your gear was getting much better. And yeah. So I could totally see the 8 masks being, you know, what people are really struggling on. Okay, so that's it for the news. As far as me, my goals, my accomplishments, I'm such a slacker. I totally did not raid or do M+ again this week. I am so busy in other games, guys. Like, I'm trying my best. You know, after this video, it is kind of, you know, I don't know. I was gonna say it's, you know, it's a shorter video, but it really isn't because I fucking ramble. But yeah, I'm the queen of making like a, you know, we could have one piece of news to share where it's like a 5-minute video, and it will still, I will say something that will strike some other convos in the video, and the video will be 30 minutes. So that is a goal again this week. I'm going to try to do that. One thing for sure that is going to get done this week is Delves. I haven't started that yet. And because of the Delves bonus event, I am going to actually specifically schedule a stream in. I think I'm going to do it for Saturday. That's when I used to, like in season 1, when I would do up the Delves streams, that's the day I would always choose because it was the day more people were kind of around. That way, if they wanted to join for Delves, they could. And yeah, so that'll be a Saturday stream. Guaranteed we'll get some Delves done, and I'm gonna try to get myself into the raid and at least one key done. At least one key. I still need to start the season. Yeah. So yeah, as far as mounts, I didn't get any mounts on our last Wednesday mount farm stream, but I did unlock Renown to go buy a mount, and I've been holding it off. I'm waiting for Wednesday, and then I'm going to buy that mount. So I need to write it in the description of that stream so I don't forget. Yeah. I get so sidetracked during streams that I'll easily forget to go buy that. But yeah, this Wednesday will be a for sure mount. But as far as low drop rate chances, nope. We're still firming all the same shit. And yeah, and that's basically it. Here on screen is this week's stream schedule. There's gonna be a couple of days of Disney. I need to, well, today is the Clover event, and spawn rates are like really good on today. Yeah, it's been going on for a week, and the spawn rates were really kind of crappy for the 4-leaf clover anyway. And so now today it's gonna be super fast spawn rates. So I want to get in there, get as many clovers as I can, make some extra cauldrons and stuff. So I'm gonna do that. And then Tuesday I'm gonna work on the Star Path. Wednesday's our Mount Farming stream. Thursday we'll do some Hogwarts. Friday we'll do some Hogwarts, and then Saturday we'll do up the Delve stream. So that's how streams are looking this week. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for everyone that was supporting the streams this past week. It was a really good week for streams. You know, there was a lot of support all around. Viewership was doing good. Goals were getting completed on Twitch side. There was quite a bit of gifted subs happening. Happy St. Patrick's Day, guys. Have a great one, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.